right, this is our software for accredited investors. It gives them their own little family office where they can look at their assets, their liabilities, track all of their investments, not just stocks and bonds, but also in private equity, venture capital, real estate. And even if they have crypto, they can get a complete view of their total assets, liabilities, cash flow, total return of their individual private assets, and a ton of financial planning to be able to create a personal balance sheet and also project forward your net worth based on a set of assumptions. So we're just going to give you a quick overview. This is the dashboard. Down here, we have all of your assets segmented, which makes up your net worth, of course, less your liabilities. Break it down here in a pie chart. Next, we can go into your assets here. We can track your personal real estate, tie it to LTV based on your current mortgage. We can link this up to Zillow, so it's automatically updating based on their estimate. You can go into your individual limited partner investments in real estate, also in private equity. If you wanted to add an asset, you just come in here if you want to do that manually. And we can come in here, we can categorize the investment. This is going to be a fund, and we are not going to call this investable. This is not going to be easily converted to cash because it's a new investment in private equity. Then we can also go into the return tab here, and we can actually enter in the contribution date. We can enter in any distributions that we've received in order to track the IRR, which, for example, is here. So in this investment, we can see the IRR of 15.5 and how that's compared over the same time period to the S&P 500. We can also estimate the tax if we were to sell it this year. And another great feature is we know that we made an investment with Veritas Fund 10 for $500,000. They have called $50K so far. We think it's actually appreciated over the last year and a half. But that means we have $450K that is still unfunded. So that is a useful tracking measurement. So we know exactly how much we should be keeping in liquid investments to meet these future capital calls. All right, next up, stocks, which is even easier to track because we can do that live by a connection to any of your brokerages like Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, all the majors. Fixed income, venture capital, Bitcoin, same thing. If you have crypto investments, we can tie that to your wallet, or we can tie it to the actual price of Bitcoin here. All right, now let's think about the future and how your current investments are likely to grow over time. We can come into fast forward here. Your net worth projections over 5, 10, and 20 years based on a set of assumptions we have down here in blue that we, of course, can change at any time. Here, we're a little conservative with the investable assets. Maybe we think that's going to be more like 10% over time. And of course, that would adjust your net worth. And you can break it down based on that year. What is the forecast comprising of? We can also go even further in time, right? If we wanted to chart it out, tell you we're much older and what you might be worth at that point. And we might want to include a scenario or two based on a different set of assumptions that might be more draconian. Maybe your Bitcoin investment is going to go to zero. What's that impact? Maybe you decide that you want to pull back from work a little bit earlier. In this case, maybe 10 years earlier, which would be nice. And we can see the impact of that. Okay, then if you need to, you can go backward and you can look at your financial statement. You can actually print this out, your personal financial statement. Here's your net worth statement, your assets, your liabilities, your total net worth. This is a personal balance sheet, and it's extremely helpful when you're dealing with lenders. If you need to store any documents, this is a great place to be the source of truth in your financial life. And of course, God forbid something happens to you, this is a way to have your next of kin, your family members notified, and it is a consolidated viewpoint of your financial world and all of your investments. So you don't make your loved ones chase down subscription agreements. It's all in one place. That was a quick overview, but hopefully you got a good indication of how powerful the software is in terms of its ability to track not only your public, but private assets, your LP positions, all of your assets in one comprehensive view where you can see capital calls, you can see distributions, and you can see returns, and then also perhaps some tax liabilities that are forthcoming that will help you plan and perhaps mitigate that with some tax planning. So if you want to take away the pain of tracking this individually in Excel or trying to piece together the paperwork every year, and this looks intriguing to you and you want to take a more family office approach to your portfolio, go ahead and reach out. There's a link below. You can schedule a call with somebody on the Evergreen Capital team, and we can get you access that same day. Thanks for the time.